So do you think this is a win for Kanye?
No. Momentarily, he gets to maybe get a little bit of profit, but after they get rid of the inventory that they want to get rid of, that's it. No new designs, no clothing line. He literally killed the golden goose, or the goose that laid the golden eggs.
In 2020, Forbes called the Yeezy line, quote, one of the great retail stories of the century.
You know that Yeezys accounted for 10% of Adidas revenue? Do you know how big that is?
It's huge.
For a company that size?
Listen, Kanye West made Adidas hot.
Oh, he did. And Adidas knew that. That's why they signed him, because they were like, they're trying to compete with Nike. But you know, Nike's been beating Adidas' butt ever since Jordan joined them back in the 90s.
I was very loyal. I went back to Adidas, the Adidas contract that I had, and said, look, you know, this is the Nike contract. If you come anywhere close, you know, I'll sign with you guys.
But Adidas didn't. And Jordan signed with Nike.
And Kanye West was helping them get there.
It just goes to show that they need Kanye West. Him losing Adidas, yes, it was a huge L. But the fact that they had to come back and renegotiate just goes to show that Kanye West still has power and that his influence is massive. Because they lost, what, 1.3 billion?
1.2 billion.
That's a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
This was a very crucial relationship for them. They called it one of the most successful of these kinds of partnerships in the history of their industry. If you look at how much this is worth to them in revenue, 1.2 billion euros for 2023.
And once they sell this inventory, who knows how low it's going to go?
The spread between Nike and Adidas market cap, right before the beginning of the pandemic, there were about $60 billion separating these two companies. Today, it's over $160 billion.
Listen, I'm a sneakerhead, right? So I have some Yeezy. They're not the best looking shoe in the world, right?
That's understatement.
They're not, especially the foam runners. They're ugly. They look like dinosaur feet.
All of them are ugly.
But I still have them. Anyway, without Kanye West's name attached to it, you're going to have a hard time getting people to wear it because most of the hype came from his name. If the foam runners came out and they didn't have Kanye West's name on it, I don't think anyone would buy those.
Adidas is now the world's second most popular sneaker behind Nike's own line of shoes. How is Adidas able to do this?
It's all about fashion. For years and years, Jordan has been number 2, Nike is number 1, so really Nike has the 1 and 2 spots. Then Adidas number 3. Finally now Adidas, for now, but market share fluctuates month to month for now, regaining that number 2 spot, and it's because of fashion. Specifically, Adidas' line of Boost has been just fantastic, and there are a lot of variations. There's Ultra Boost, Pure Boost. The Kanye West line is Yeezy Boost.
Yeezy,
but
yeah.
it's that.
I don't agree with what he said, but at the same time, it's like, yo, they need him.
They need him. That's strong. I don't know if they need him.
They need him.
He helped their sales increase drastically. 10% of revenue is big. But eventually, this will all be forgotten about, and someone else will come along, and Adidas has now learned the model, and they'll find someone else, I think.
Okay, I slightly disagree with you, and the reason why I say that is, look at Nike, right? Nike existed before Jordan.
Yeah.
But then what happened when Nike got Jordan? They skyrocketed.
The link to Jordan, who became the greatest pro basketball player of all time, transformed Nike's fortunes. To date, the Jumpman logo is one of the strongest brands in the industry, with a reported over $3 billion in sales.
So he's a big factor on it. Did they find other people who did it? Yes. But the fact that Jordan started a legacy that made people want to join Nike. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And the same thing with Kanye West, because hypothetically speaking, if Kanye West would have stayed, that would have helped Adidas get more people. Because here's the thing about athletes, right? So a lot of times athletes will sign a deal with Nike.
Jeter backhands from the outfield grass. Man, what a play.
Or Adidas.
Step 3. Got it!
Or Under Armour.
And it's Messi. And it's Messi.
All they can wear is Nikes, Adidas, and Under Armour.
Okay.
So Kanye West going to Adidas helped them get more athletes, because a lot of times athletes would wear Adidas shoes, but they don't really like it. That's the only thing they can really wear unless they're wearing designer shoes. But Kanye West making other designs made people be like, okay, well, Adidas makes cool shoes too. And obviously part of the contract has to do with how much money they're getting, so that is a huge factor in it too. But the fact that they actually like the shoes and they actually want to wear the shoes, it's a big draw.
And I think you're right about Kanye West could have been a catalyst to draw more celebrities to want to sign with Adidas. But as far as them needing him, I still disagree, because the company's been around for however many years. It's still going to be around. Now, will they reach the level they could have reached with Kanye West? Probably not.
No, they still need him. I'm just being real.
If they needed him, then the company would cease to exist if he left. That's how I'm taking it very literally.
No. I mean, like I said before, Jordan, right?
Yeah.
Nike existed before Jordan.
And
they existed before it.
Sure, they would. I'm saying Nike doesn't need Jordan either.
On September 15th, Nike created a revolutionary new basketball shoe, Air Jordans, from Nike.
But without Jordan, it wouldn't be the same thing, is what I'm saying.
I agree.
That's why I'm saying about Kanye West. They need Kanye West. They do. I mean, it just is what it is. They need him. Just because they exist without him doesn't mean they're the greatest shoe company on the face of the earth.
They're still not the greatest shoe company with Kanye West. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that needing him would be like, oh, without him, we're gonna like.
You're taking it to like the extreme part, like where
I know what you're saying. I agree with you as far as like boosting the brand's.
Yeah. He made Adidas cool.
He did make Adidas cool, but still he was 10%. So that means that 90% of the revenue comes from elsewhere. 90% is an A. We're talking about like grade wise. So I'm not saying that Kanye West isn't like game changing for him, because he's definitely game changing for him.
Yeah.
But I mean, all it takes is another. Now Kanye West is there's not really any other Kanye West. Honestly.
No.
But like let's say was Drake with Nike or Adidas?
He's with Nike.
So some point. So another. Also, all it's gonna take is another big name, like a Drake level, to come to Adidas, and we're good.
Here's the part that differs though.
What?
Okay. And I know you're not specifically just referencing Drake. It's just as an example.
As an example, yeah.
But the thing about it is that Kanye West is like a designer
True.
and an artist.
Very
and like
true.
most of these people who come, like, okay, most of these athletes and all these other people, they're not designers.
Yeah.
So most times what happens is Nike or someone else will be like, okay, what are the kind of things that you like if you're an athlete? And they'll be like, oh, you like this, you like X, Y, and Z. And then most times they'll already kind of have a model they're working on, and they'll just alter it a little bit and then give it to the athlete, right? And then like in terms of artists coming over, most times with artists really get a model that's already that they already have. So they'll take like, let's say, okay, for example, right? Nike, they have the Air Force, right? And let's say it's a music artist. Nike would be like, all right, well, you can have your own custom Air Force, and then we'll sell it, and we'll say this is the 2 Chainz Air Force or whatever, right? Exactly. They do stuff like that, but you don't get your own original model that you make up. Kanye West is like designing and making models. Obviously, he has help with other people who do that kind of thing.
Let me ask you a question.
But
do you think the popularity of Yeezys is more so because of Kanye's personal brand or because of his design prowess?
Personal brand.
There you go. So personal brand trumps design prowess. So if there's another Drake, for example, no, you just said it.
But here's the thing, though. A lot of designers from Nike, they went over to Adidas.
I know that.
Yeah, some designers from Nike went over to Adidas.
That's cool. Because of Kanye West.
That's what I'm assuming is from Kanye West. Because it kind of happened all around the same time.
There's no question that he has major pull and major influence.
Yeah.
Adidas is taking a hit here.
Ultimately, in terms of this, and I'm only doing this situation, this is a dub for Kanye.
You think so?
Yeah, it's a dub. I'm not referencing what happened in October. Right? What happened in October obviously was the biggest L that anyone could. He lost.
Oh, you're talking about this
millions. I'm talking about specifically right now. This is a dub for Kanye.
I see what you're saying.
And then, so this is a win, right? So just in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, this is a win for Kanye.
Well, explain why. I think I know what you're saying, but explain. Unless I can say why I think you're saying. But
well, it's a win for Kanye because he had to renegotiate. The fact that they had to come back to him and say, okay, well let's figure out because we're losing too much money. That's a dub.
It's a dub because it shows how much influence Kanye actually had, how important he was to the company.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Think about if you got fired from your job, right?
Right.
And then your job comes back and they're like, "Hey, that thing, we fired you for, we kind of don't know how to do it. So could you come back and we'll throw some sauce on it."
Exactly.
So,
man, it just makes me feel sad for Kanye because it's like if you could get his whatever it is in control.
If he could shut up, bro. Some people just need a shut up button.
Yeah.
Honestly. He's one of those people who kind of just needs someone to balance him out. And maybe Kim wasn't that person, but like, yeah, she definitely wasn't the person. But he needs someone to kind of like tell him to be like, yo, be quiet. Like,
if he listens, that's Jay-Z kind of. He listens to Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Jay-Z's a big brother. Is he listening to Jay-Z? Jay-Z knows how to shut up.
No.
So who can tell Kanye to shut up? Like you said.
That's a very good question.
His mother, unfortunately.
Yeah.
She's passed. But other than her, I don't know who can tell him to shut up.
I don't know. Does he have any siblings?
I think he has a sister. But I don't think his sister's.
I didn't know that.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
Shout out to his sister.
Why?
She gets free Yeezys. All right, guys. So this has been bad decisions.
All right.
It looks like Adidas made a good decision. Kanye ultimately made the worst decision a
Yeah.
couple months ago.
Yeah.
And we're out, guys. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you guys want us to cover next. So, I mean, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok.
Anything else?
Not that I can remember.
All right.
All right, guys, we're out.